Hello everyone, let's start with another segment uh, in this course, MOOC SWAM course, Nationalism and Constitutional Growth in India 1858 to 1920. This lecture will be on the Aligarh movement. We will have a separate three lectures. So this will be focusing on brief background and overview of the Aligarh movement, which is titled as A Renaissance in Indian Education. The Aligarh movement, started by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, was an educational initiative which had a far-reaching implication in terms of socio-economic and political, for the Muslim community in the Indian subcontinent. And this movement was aimed, to regenerate the Muslim community through modern education, countering the challenges faced in the 1857 revolt, post 1857 revolt. Sir Syed's vision was to create a Renaissance that would restore the dignity and prosperity of Muslims by embracing contemporary knowledge while retaining their cultural identity. Now, is again in the background that what we should know, that when Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, he was a civil servant, in the British government. He was, one of the important official of the British government. He was posted in many of the places from Bisnor to Muradabad to Ghazipur, to many other places, and ultimately he came and settled in Aligarh, and he established various colleges and institute and madrasas wherever he went. He was one of the great educational reformer that 19th century India has seen. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan was very much aware that even what he wrote about the 1857 was Asbab Bagawat Hind, which means the factors and causes of the revolt of 1857. And Sir Syed Ahmad Khan was aware that British Raj in a way blamed Muslims of India, who basically revolted. And in fact, for 1 year, British, East India Company or British officials were kind of running here and there for saving their, life. On the other hand, after the crushing of the revolt of 1857, when Sir Syed Ahmad Khan reflected on the factors and causes, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, as British Raj blamed Muslims of India. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan blamed British officials for their policies, and ultimately, after reading, the factors, or the causes of the revolt of 1857, written by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, British officials in a way acknowledged the fact that some scathing criticism of their policy has come from someone who wants to enlighten us about our own loopholes and lacuna in the policy. And Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, was in fact having a very, good understanding of the social and political and historical understanding of India, because he he was a multifaceted personality, knowing many languages, from Arabic to Persian to English to Urdu. He was, he was kind of very possessive about Urdu language, because it was one of the languages that what Sir Syed Ahmad believed that Urdu is rather a lingua franca of the Muslims of India. So, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan had a remarkable impression on history and is known for his remarkable work for upliftment of Muslims in socio, educational and economic fields. Uh, he had many names to be recognized for, such as journalist, civil servant, and historian. So one of the texts that what Sir Syed Ahmad Khan wrote was Asarus Sanadid. Asarus Sanadid was the text, and still no historian has been able to understand the history of Delhi through the architecture. And Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, wrote the history of Delhi through architecture in Delhi by climbing on the walls of old buildings created by either say uh, uh, Mauryan Empire or to Mughal Empire or slave dynasty or whoever ruled Delhi. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, in a way, kind of wrote about those historical buildings. So it is rather a history of historical buildings. However, he is prominently known for his pioneering role in transforming educational opportunities for Muslims. He understood that education is the most important tool through which Muslims could rise and follow the path of success in every field, and this could help them to uplift, in society. Now, if we see the historical context of the Aligarh movement, and I have just dealt that in a post-revolt, era where Muslims faced severe repercussion, their properties were confiscated, their economic stability was destroyed, and Muslim community was one of the, one of the community which received the ire of British Raj. So this Aligarh movement, and Sir Syed Ahmad Khan's effort in a way led to emergence of many leaders who collaborated with Sir Syed Ahmad Khan in this educational movement to address many issues and questions of the Muslim community by advocating modern education, as well as also uh, talking about independence of the community, certain kind of confidence that Muslim community should gain through educational consciousness. So people like Sayyid Mahmud, Mohsin al-Mulk, and many others joined this movement, and Muslims were, because they were deprived of their basic rights and were neglected and victimized, because British Raj considered that Muslims were behind the revolt of 1857. So Sir Syed, in a way, compelled the Muslim, society to get themselves acquainted with modern and Western education. And modern and Western education is a very interesting sort of story where Sir Syed Ahmad Khan was called by different names because of his liking for Western education. He was called naturey because he believes in nature. The very religious leaders, in fact, issued fatwa against him. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan did not bend down, because of their criticism. Rather, he went to England, to in Europe, and he kind of gave responses to one of the blasphemous writing written by Sir William Muir, and Sir Syed wrote it, in their language, and ultimately that became a very popular text where I mean English people acknowledge that it was rather a very coherent kind of response to Muir's allegations. So the Western education in a way was not liked by the nationalist leaders, and also those who were conservative kind of leaders of the community, because they thought that there are a lot of disturbances which might take place because of the westernization or because of the Western education. But Sir Syed's view was that I mean, ultimately, devote yourself to education. I mean, this is your only salvation. That was the slogan that he gave. He believed that the cure of every problem of Muslims was modern education, the only key to political and economic progress. So, therefore, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan commenced many educational programs to uplift the deprived and disappointed Muslims. And for this, he took some concrete steps for educational plans and reforms by the Aligarh movement. So the Aligarh movement is not only a movement which contributed towards the revival and resurgence of Muslim society, uh, but also helped the Muslims to get rid of backwardness and taught them to have futuristic goals in terms of education. As I said that a lot of many people collaborated with Sir Syed Ahmad Khan because of his passionate thoughts towards the welfare of Muslims. That attracted other renowned scholars, philosophers, and political figures like Nawab Vikarul Mulk, Shibli, Nomani, Muhammad Hayat, Maulvi Nazir Ahmad, Nawab Mohsinul Mulk, Chirag Ali, Jakaullah, and others. These people, supported, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan without having any kind of, favor and reservation, and they blindly believed in Sir Syed Ahmad Khan's mission, which ultimately resulted into becoming a pan-India Aligarh movement. And in fact, if we consider South Asia, is one entity, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan's personality is revered and resonated almost in the hearts of the Muslims of India, because it was one of the goal and objective that Sir Syed Ahmad Khan took was the education. So, what was the social context of the Aligarh movement? If we see, there was decay and demoralization in the second half of the 19th century. As I said, that revolt of 1857 led British Raj to target Muslims, and that led to retribution. And ultimately, because of the direct control, and complete control over India by the British Raj, also led to a loss of, political power, because that was also the end of the Mughal Empire or Mughal, dynasty. And Muslims who ruled for almost say, nearly say, 300 years or say 200 years, they were out of power, and this resulted into Sir Syed Ahmad Khan trying to kind of restore their status to modern education, and also improved relations with the British. Now, because British officials were targeting Muslims because of 1857 revolt, it was not really healthy to kind of further ignite certain kind of you know certain kind of issues and cleavages which will result into further marginalization of Muslim communities. So Sir Syed Ahmad Khan was in a way visionary to have a better improved relations with the British officials. Uh, this Aligarh movement is an educational renaissance because it recognized the transformative power of education. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan launched the Aligarh movement to uplift Muslims by integrating modern knowledge with traditional Islamic values. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan used to say that in one hand, you have a science, on the other hand, you have a rather in the right hand you have a Quran, in the left hand you have a sign, and on your forehead, La ilaha illallah. So, I mean, in fact, there are a lot of other sayings about communal harmony, where Sir Syed Ahmad Khan said that the two eyes, are the brides and grooms, like Hindus and Muslims. So, I mean, the beautiful bride, these two eyes are eyes of a beautiful bride, Hindus and Muslims. So, in a way, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan believed in communal harmony, having better relations with British Raj. Has nothing to do with the communal kind of orientation of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Because Muslim society was deteriorating during the mutiny period of after the failure of the revolt of 1857, the condition of the Muslim society was found to be culturally, socially, and educationally backward by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. And this movement was initiated to regenerate Muslim society and initiate intellectual upliftment in Muslim society. So, if we talk about, say, various contributions made by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan and Aligarh movement, the very foundational work that what we see is the establishment of Persian Madrasa, a scientific society, and the Victoria School, which laid the groundwork for the educational upliftment of Muslims. Now, the Madrasatul Ulum, which he founded in 1875, later evolved in a college and then, of course, a university, which became a symbol of Muslim educational progress. In terms of literary contribution, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, from Asbab Baghawat Hind, journals, newspaper, literature, he contributed. He wrote himself and also established that, in fact, the range and canvas of Sir Syed's literary understanding and literary contribution is immense. And this ultimately led to the renaissance of Muslims, where it was not only establishment of schools or colleges, but cultural upliftment, social upliftment. By producing literature for Muslims in their own language, translating English text into Urdu, and a small kind of essays or short stories translated into Urdu and reaching out to Muslim community, or various socio-cultural issues, by instilling confidence in them. Sir Syed played a key role in inculcating and instilling progressive mindset for education among Muslims, and for this purpose, he is known for his contribution to the Renaissance of Muslims. He played a major role in the fundraising and setting up of the fund committee for the establishment of a Muslim college. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan toured all over the country for collecting funds. It was first decided by the committee, for which formation of the school later, which turned into. Thus, in 1875, Sir Syed made the foundation of the famous Mohammedan Anglo-Orientalist school located in Aligarh. Later in 1877, Lord Lytton inaugurated the upgradation of school to college. Now, if we see the relevance of the Aligarh movement's educational views, the educational philosophy of the Aligarh movement, encompassed the importance and aims of education, teaching methods, and secular views, uh, in a way aligns significantly with contemporary educational reforms, underscoring its enduring relevance and impact. As I said, that Sir Syed Ahmad Khan stood for communal harmony. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan was in any way bracketed as communal is a very disservice to the great personality. In fact, many people who were, side by side with Sir Syed Ahmad Khan was his son Syed Mahmud, a renowned educationist, scholar, and jurist, and he was in a way one of the very founding pillars of the Aligarh College, who gave momentum to Aligarh movement. And also, Sir Syed was held by some English professors like Morrison, Arnold, Beck, and Vale, who supported him in building Aligarh College into a top-rated institution. Now, if you see the phases of the Aligarh movement, this foundation phase to expansion phase to consolidation phase to ultimately, in the post-independent India, which is a modern phase. So, in the foundation phase, if we see, the Aligarh movement, which starts from 1875 by the establishment of the, Madrasatul Uloom to, Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College, and till Sir Syed Ahmad Khan's death, ultimately, post Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, there's a momentum which ultimately led to, Aligarh Muslim University getting recognition in 1920, and the consolidation phase, which was from 1920 to 1947, where which resulted into India's journey towards independence, and and the fourth phase, which is rather in a current manifestation, if we can say, is a modern phase from 47 to 2004, and which is still continuing. Which has kind of a landscape of India where not only Aligarh Muslim University, various other universities, inspired by Aligarh Muslim University, schools and colleges have been set up in different parts of India, which the credit goes to the Aligarh movement. So, in 1886, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan also, he set up another institute called Mohammedan Educational Conference, which aimed at offering a 12-point program in Western and religious education in various languages. The main focus was to make the Muslim society aware of importance and substantial, issues of education. In 1867, it's a very, very important event which actually rather a controversy broke out regarding Urdu being the official language that was written in the Persian script. This was opposed by the Hindus who wanted to be replaced with the Hindi language written in Devanagari script, and this is popularly called the Hindi Urdu controversy. And Hindi Urdu controversy has made it very clear about the Hindu Muslim disharmony and brought a paradigm shift in the mindset of many Muslim leaders. Sir Syed Ahmad said that Muslims need to be uplifted in society, else can be suppressed by the majority. He actively participated in building up Central Association in Allahabad to protect Urdu. He made his effort towards making Urdu easy and comprehensible. So, more like Hindustani. Again, we have been talking about the causes for the emergence of the Aligarh movement. One of the causes is the British rule, and ultimately the direct control of the Indian colony by the British Parliament, and which in a way uh, kind of made leaders believe that British officials are going to stay longer with the intent they want to control India with direct control. The community suffering, of course, is one major reason where uh, British Raj was very harsh on Indian Muslims, and ultimately it was a Sir Sayyid's vision which actually saw Muslims and thought about it that educational is the only panacea of the problems of Muslims, and because Muslims who were kind of ruling India for longer time lost the influence, and it was one of the intent of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan to restore their prestige or restore their status, though not in terms of that Muslims are going to rule again or something like that, but at least the kind of targeting, the kind of harsh reaction against Muslims that need to be stopped. And also, Muslim community must progress. Muslim community must kind of participate into the social and public sphere, and for that led to educational renaissance through Aligarh movement by establishing schools and setting up various institutes and colleges, and because of the decay and demoralization of Muslims, Aligarh movement in a way led certain kind of confidence and giving morale boost in the community. Now, further, if we move, we see that Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, who was well aware of the conditions of the Muslims then and knew that the Muslims had failed to regenerate themselves, the very keeping aloof from science and technology by Muslims had kind of detached them from the social and public life of the nation. So he wanted the Muslims to first become aware of it, and the key to achieving or instilling the realization would be only through modern education. So Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, his goal was to start putting the effort, by bringing Muslims, in a modern outlook than a medieval outlook. And for achieving this goal, he was quite confident in his thoughts that it is not possible if we will not have a certain kind of connections with British government, and this can be attained through education means only, and for that legal movement was started. I mean, and in terms of educational and social reforms, if we see, these were the two pillars of his program. He initiated the Aligarh movement with thinking of, achieving certain objectives. For an example, mutual understanding between the British government and the Indian Muslims, to encourage Muslims towards education and understanding the fact that it is the key to every problem. To make the Muslims realize that their betterment lies to stay from political agitation, and also instilling and inculcating intellectual aspects in Indian Muslims. So, so Aligarh movement in a way, synthesized modern and traditional education. The Aligarh movement's establishment of Madrasatul Uloom marked a significant departure from traditional educational institutions, which were, basically madrasas to some extent where religious knowledge was only imparted, but this Madrasatul Uloom in a way synthesized science on one hand and technology and religious education on the other hand, by blending it modern and Islamic education to prepare students for both material and spiritual success. And lastly, if we see that what Aligarh movement has impacted, it has kind of marked in the history of upliftment, revival, renaissance, and resurgence of Muslim society. Uh, you know, uh, this movement, Aligarh movement, backed by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, not only gained momentum but recognition in British and much renowned society scholars. Aligarh movement was responsible for a paramount shift in Muslims from their backward medieval thoughts to a modern outlook with a whole lot of future prospects. This movement helped Muslims to gain confidence and turning towards a brighter perspective, towards knowledge, education, science, and understanding. This has helped to bridge the gap between the Muslims and British government and laid the foundation of a political approach for Muslims. Uh, Educational, organizations under Aligarh played an essential role in the educational upliftment of the Muslim community. Sir Sayyid's confidence in imparting Western education to the Muslim, community has impacted their economic prosperity, as his philosophy made them dreamt of government jobs. Aligarh movement contributed to the political awareness among Muslims also, and this was the reason that many of the English people, as well as Indian Muslims, regarded Sir Syed Ahmad Khan with the honorary, title as Prophet of Education. So I stop here, and in the next segment, we will be talking more about the biography of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan and other issues and some of the writings by Sir Syed Ahmad Khan to dwell deep into his thinking and also some of the personal stories, so that we'll be able to do justice with the topic called the Aligarh movement, where which resonates not in times of 100 years ago. It resonates even in now in the contemporary times because of the kind of communal disharmony we are seeing. Sir Syed's ideas may play a greater role in kind of restoring confidence among communities and also harmonious relationship. Thank you so much.